know, a lot of things that I've been working toward my whole life, I let them go. You know, and the biggest reason is because of us. Honestly, you know, I'm not saying I'm the same. You know, at the end of the day, I'm doing it because it makes me happy. You know, that puts pride in my heart, bro, knowing that I mean, we have the same story. You know, knowing that we're family. When you look in your heart, you always knew you was there for a reason. When are you gonna try to understand that reason? You know, when are we gonna stop just existing, man, just floating along, doing what, you know, we see people doing? You know, and then if I can get y'all to just settle in, let go of the past. It's completely gone. You know, let go of the future just for one moment. You know, it's nothing like fantasy, just focusing on what's going on right here. The people in here, you know, my voice right now as I speak, the way you feel. You know, and try to get your attention, instead of so much in your mind to think about everything, try to bring it right here to where your heart is and see what your heart is telling you right now. Look, man, this is the moment for us to really hang out with each other, to get to know each other, and be real with each other. You know, instead of the hi, what's up, you know, putting on the fronts at the party, let's take some time to get to know each other real quick. You know, the deeper side of us, the side that really wanted to talk about real things, you know, instead about the shallow stuff. I know deep down we're all going through the same things. You know, we're all going through the same thing. We all see that need for change right now. And we all want to be a part of that change. You know, let's talk, man. Let's have some conversation. You know, and this is really the floor. This is nobody preaching. I don't have anything figured out. You know, I'm still trying to get my life together. You know, I don't think anybody else really feel like they got everything figured out. You know, but this is a chance for us to individually offer our own little piece. You know, to where individually you might be able to figure it out for yourself. You know, that collectively, maybe we can get it together and actually do some big for our community. You know, we got great people here, man. You know, you got great individuals that are willing to sacrifice, you know, and do everything they really can for you and for us. Let's take advantage of that.
I left for a while. I moved to New York City, but I'm back. I come back every year because, you know, my family is still here. And I feel like life is a constant sacrifice for the people that you love, you know. I moved here in 1998. I was 5, almost 6 years old. And for the first 2 years of living in America, I was taking care of my siblings. You know, I had a 1-year-old brother and I had an infant brother. I didn't go to school until I was 7 years old. You know, and my first responsibility was being a mother. You know, yes, I played with other kids, you know, in summer and all that stuff, but I was still always different. You know, my mom always would tell me that you're not like these kids. You know, they have 2 parents. I don't have anyone else. I only have you. You know, I always felt like no one is going to hand you anything, especially as South Sudanese people. No one is going to hand you nothing. You know, you get past the baton and you go. And it's unfortunate that growing up, we didn't have people to look up to within our own community. You had to learn things on your own. Kwang didn't have a Kwang to look up to. I didn't have a me to look up to. You didn't have a you to look up to. You know, we're all still trying to figure things out on our own. But when you have a dream and you have a goal that you want to chase so much, you don't look at all the negatives and everything that's put against you. You know, you take that dream, you run, and you work with it. Dedication. Every single person that's something great today worked really, really hard.
You know, I came with my aunt, Friday's mom, pretty much my sister, you know, but she's my brother, but you know, we been together for so long, she pretty much my sister. So, you know, we came, pretty much living in Omaha forever. That's all I know, man. Try to eat stuff, man. That's all I know. Not really having a man to take care of all of it. All we had was my aunt. You know, she's just one woman. She can't take care of all of it. There was 4 boys and about 5 girls, I think. There was 10 of us in one house, you know. And all we had was my aunt to take care of all of it, you know. She tried her best, but, you know, 9 kids, I mean, what could you possibly do with all those kids, you know? You know, at the time, I would say around when I was about 13, you know, I pretty much, you know, started getting everything that I need for myself. At a young age, man, I learned to pretty much take care of myself, man. I survived on what I can do, you know. If I needed shoes for school, I do what I do to get it, man. Like, there was time in high school when I would go 2-3 years, you know, wearing the same shoes, you know. Like, ever since, you know, since I was young, I don't know, probably about 13, 14, like, there's just time when I just accepted that I was cool with who I am. I never have to worry about getting the new shoes, the new Jordan, even until today, man. I never worry about the new things that come out. As time goes on, man, I took care of myself, you know, I got everything that anybody else got, man. I got it on my own, man. I'm proud to say that I can do that, you know. Not having a parent, or, you know, wanting a parent with you is not always a bad thing. You know, it taught me to be strong, man. Like, I'm not saying I'm the strongest person ever, man, but I'm pretty strong, you know, as a person, man. There's a lot of things that I feel I can accomplish, because what I've been through, you know, I could do anything that comes my way, man. And I just want to say, you know, if you're young, don't feel sorry, but you ain't got this, you ain't got a mom, you ain't got a dad, you ain't got both. Not having a certain parent with you will actually be a good thing for you. It's not always a bad thing. Like, y'all hear all the rappers always talking about how they ain't got their dad all the time. I think that's nonsense, you know. You know, that's just an excuse. Everybody always wanna have an excuse why I'm not where I'm supposed to be, because I don't have this, I don't have that. You know, I never been the type to be like, man, I'm not a this. If my parent was here, I'd be a much better person. Honestly, if my parent was here, I'd probably be worse than I am right now. You know, because I know my dad will take care of me. And I feel like everything would just be handed to me. I wouldn't even know what it felt like to be a man. You know, I learned to be a man at a young age. You know, I got a kid, man. He's 3 years old. And I used to wild out, you know, doing all this crazy things, you know, with my boys. They know what it is. They always all the things that we used to do, man. Like all that gang stuff, all that, we went through all that, man. You know, but at the time, you know, when I got a kid, I decided I'm going to stop all of that. You know, I ain't never had a real job until I got a kid, man. That's when I decided I'm going to get a job and actually work. You know, there's a lot of people that I know, older kids, they got kids, but they still don't work. Like, they just trying to find a place to sleep at night, next day, go look again. Anyways, man, I don't really want to take a lot of time, man, but I just want to say, man, just don't make no excuses, man. If you got a mission, man, you can accomplish it. You don't need too much, man. You don't need too much to lift you up. All you need is like one good friend, man. And, you know, I got a circle where all of us, man, we love each other like brothers, man. You know, I know most of y'all know who both was, man. You know, that's one of my best friends, man. Ever since day one, we all been a circle like this. You would never been able to separate us, man. Everything we went through, we all did like brothers, man. I don't know anybody who showed us the way that all of us were close, man, from the south side. We did everything together, man. You know, it was sad that we had to lose them the way we did, man, but, you know, life goes on, man. God knew what he was doing, man. If he decided it's time to go, I guess it's his time, man. You know, I'm just want to say, man, like, even though he's gone, man, the legacy that he left behind, man, he was literally like best friend to everybody that he knew. Like, everybody knew both as one of the realest people there was, man. You know, I just want to say, man, let's not forget, you know, the way that he lived his life, you know. He pretty much, he showed you what it was, you know, a real friend. Don't matter you was gangster, you was nerd. It didn't matter, you was around folks, man. You feel everybody exactly the same. But, man, I just want to say, man, keep a positive mindset, man. We're going to do this new year, man. And let's just make a change, man. God bless you.
Since I've been in the Midwest, I've been going through a tough time trying to get a job, you know, and I still am, so I have to go through temp agencies and things like that. And I didn't really go through that when I was in Boston, in the East Coast. I was doing modeling out there, and I worked a little part-time in Macy's, but I mostly did modeling. And that's what I did. When I came here, that's when I had to deal with that. And every time I tried to get a job, and they would turn me down. I got to a point where I wouldn't say desperate, but I got a lot of things to do to where I wanted to even go to the sea, to go to Alaska to those boats. You know, we all know a lot of people that goes out there. But back then, you would have never, I would never even dream to do that. I was like, nah, it's not even that. I like, you go for 30, 3 months without ladies, I couldn't do that. That was the problem, but comes time when you need to be responsible to take charge of your life. So that's why we're all here. But when I was supposed to come here, live with my sister in Minnesota, get some money, save some money, and go to New York City and go live my dream of becoming a model and a superstar. For some reason, I've been kept here, and I don't know what that reason was, but each year I try to leave and something happens. The last time I was gonna get out of here, I was playing ball. I don't know if anybody here was at the Y, and I messed up my knee. That year I actually planned, it was in my heart. Whatever I had to do, if I had to call my sisters in Australia, I don't like asking for money from them or anything like that. But they're going to give me money and I'm going to get out of there and get out of here. I'm like, I can't be in the US. I don't like the US. I don't look right being out here. I don't fit in, at least that's how I felt. But you can't fly, before you crawl. That's what this rap has taught me. The road I've been taking. Because at some point, I don't know if anybody knows, I used to be a basketball player, and Boulder would tell me I was a basketball superstar at my school. So from there, when they first came, they would come to my house. I think I was in the 8th grade, and when they first came, I would have books about that big surrounded by books, and all I did was read until I got to high school, and I thought I was cool. So now I'm being passed. I didn't have to do anything. I was a superstar. I got to a point where even the coach, if the coach tried to talk back to me, I walk out and I would tell him in his face, y'all gonna lose anyway. and they would. So, and I was cocky, but it's just what was put in my mind. I thought I was somebody I wasn't. That's why I said you have to crawl first. I'm gonna go ahead and play 1 year and enter NBA draft. So it's like, okay. So I went to a nice private college in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. But that's where the problem came. I had around maybe 40, 43 in vertical when I was in high school. At some point, sometimes I would jump out of the basket, try to block somebody's shot, and I would hit my head on the rim. That's how high I used to fly. But until the angel got his wings broken. By God. And what was in my heart, as we're all here, we've had tough time when we all came to the States. Our parents, those that came with their parents, they had to work, and you basically had to bring yourself up. I was lucky because I was getting to a point where I was even forgetting who I was, because I was starting to not even know how to speak words. And Boulder, everybody in Bandak and all these, the rest of my cousins came, And that was good for me because when I started speaking my own language or whatever, it helped me out and showed me who I was. Just like everybody else. It was tough for me because all the people that came to my games, since my brothers had to work with, was Boulder and the rest of my cousins. But that made me feel good when they came. Because I was a basketball superstar, but nobody comes to see me. That was my family, But when this happened, I got extremely mad. Because I remember back home, I remember people suffering, I remember people dying. And since I thought I had this skill that God gave me, I was going to use it not to get money, but once I get the money, I'll be able to help people back home. That's always in my heart. Every time I'm playing ball, I'm like, I'm doing this for a reason. I was chosen by God. I could have died just like every other kid. I could have. Something could have happened. I'm not supposed to be here, but since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and follow the right path and get to college and get to whatever I have to do to get to the money so I will help my people back home I want to do. So with that, I never smoke, I never drink. Until this day, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Most people don't believe that. Board is right there. He doesn't too. But those were first some of the things that I put into my own mind to not prevent me from getting to where I needed to get to. with that much dedication, and that came time when I fell, when my knee started hurting, I fell hard, you know? I fell hard because I wasn't even mad at God. I think it was a pastor that was trying to talk to me. I got mad at him. I told him to leave me alone, you know? Because if something is meant for you, as I thought basketball was meant for me, and then why would God take it away? But throughout all these years, until now, it didn't really click to me. Because, you know what I mean, you have to be able to connect with people. Giving people money is nothing, you know? Just so I could come here and say, hey, here's the money, and then I leave. It leaves nothing, you know? It leaves nothing for the kids. They just know this guy came and gave us money, and then there's no connection. You know? There's no connection to them. So I feel like that's why I'm here. To kind of help out, to help people like Kong here, and I see what he's doing, and I'm so glad there's somebody here for those kids like Kong. But now, just like his sacrifices, I want to do the same thing here. This year, I took away that vision of becoming a model, because those were my own intentions of who I was trying to become. I no longer want that. I want to walk with these kids, and I want to show them the right direction. I want to show them why you shouldn't get felonies, because that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter if you go and change yourself to be somebody else. It don't matter who wears suits. As soon as you try to get that job, that background is still gonna mess with you. I'm still trying to find myself. I'm still trying to figure out why God kept me here this long. I'm still trying to find out why I'm not in magazines, you know. But that's not what it's about. That's not what God wants me to do. So I just walk that route that He's trying to show me, you know. If it's to humble me, if He knocked me off all these superficial things to just show me this is who you're supposed to be and help these kids, and then I'm going to do that, you know. So, and that's it. I don't want to talk no longer because we have more program after this. So I appreciate your time. I was just running through, you know. So I thank you.
To sit down with them and to help them with things that they need to get help with, to be influenced in a positive way that could change from us. And I feel like that we're lacking at that point. That part of our community is lacking. We're looking at the boys. They're doing good. Kong has them. They have basketball, all that stuff. Some girls like sports too, but they're not gonna go out for sports because, well, my friends like it, so I'm not gonna do it. It's just an idea. But if they see one girl doing it, maybe the next one will do the same. And from there on, they're gonna change slowly because they get in the system just as well as male do too. So I thought that that's something that we can work on as well.
And I would agree. Like mentorship, I feel like it's a one very easy thing that everybody can do. You don't even if it's only with your own siblings, but there are different kids, your cousins, little cousins, and it's just those kids, they don't have anybody that they can look up to, anybody who's telling them exactly what needs to be done, because this world, it's if you're not being shown the way up, there's so many ways that you can fall down, even for example, my little brother, I started seeing that I clearly was not doing my job as a older sister because he came and he was and my older sister, she's a little bit lighter than the rest of us. Yeah, we all but he went and he told her, hey, you're pretty because you're light. And then it was just and then they started telling us about how the kids in their school, how they won't let them play, in their daycare, won't let them play because they're dark, and just different things like that. There are so many things that we're not really realizing that is being instilled in our younger siblings that should not be there, It's no, you're not ugly because you're dark. You're not stupid because of where you came from, huh? Our country right now, it's true, we're a very underdeveloped country, but that's how we need to know that we need to be the change, We can't just live a little cute life in America. We need to build our own freaking thing, We need to look at South Sudan and look how smart we are, That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, like, like she said, everything that, we're doing right now is great, and I'm glad everybody showed up to this. It means a lot, and this is what it takes right here. These people in here, just imagine everyone in here goes out tomorrow and do one thing for our community, for a girl that needs, a friend, that, someone to talk to, someone to tell her that you're not ugly and you're fine the way just you are, And the first thing about life is that you need to know for yourself is accept yourself for who you are. And regardless of what anybody says about you, if you're content and happy with what God, made you as, you should be fine. Just kind of brush off all the negative things and, be you. That's all you can be you.
Yeah, we need to be successful for our siblings' sake.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
let's just be real. Like, we really do.
Yeah, but we're done.
The third one is the engineer. So 얘가 그런 their citizens, so they're going to get executed. Like, oh, okay. Well, when they get executed, they were like, you got one word. Your last word for the world. Oh, okay. The politician went, well, I'm fighting for the right cause. So even if I die, I'm willing to die for it. That's my last word. Oh, okay. And then the machine supposed to stick your head in there, and then release and cut your head off. They're like, okay, he stick his head in there. Then they went and released the machine. Came all the way down, then it stopped. And they were like, oh, he got saved. You may be fighting for the right cause. Oh, okay, he got out and started celebrating and went away. And then the priest came. Well, I'm a man of God. Morality is more important than anything else. I'm willing to die because this is the right thing to do. So this is my last word. Okay. Stick his head in there. They released the machine, came down, and it stopped again. Oh, God save you. Let him go. He went and left. Then the engineer. So what is your last word? He was like, oh, I was sitting back there and I was observing the machine, how it works. And you guys are saying that there is a miracle that happened here. But actually, there is a linkage over there that needs to be fixed. So it can operate. And the guy looked at it and was like, oh, okay. So they went and fixed the linkage. And he went and stick his head in there. So the moral of the story is, you can be too smart and you become dumb. So another thing I want to add to that, there is a research that has been done. It's like two people. One person, they would sit in the chair and put their feet in the water, in the cold water. During that research, they found that if the person sit there by himself or herself, they couldn't last longer. But if there is a friend next to them, they can last double as much time. So with that story, we are all we got. Look left and right and make sure the person next to you, you're gonna help that person. Even if you just call them, you don't have to do anything miracle. Just have to tell them, hey, I'm there for you. And that makes a big difference. That's the message I want to leave with you today. Thank you for coming. And this will continue just so we are trying to work together. So thank you.